Hello. So we have another inference question now. Again, we are gonna start off reading the question stem here. Which choice most logically completes the text? So the question stem remains the same for every inference question. We already know that, right? Now let's go ahead and read the text. In documents called judicial opinions, judges explain the reasoning behind their legal rulings, and in those explanations they sometimes cite and discuss historical and contemporary philosophers. Now, what is it that we're talking about? We're talking about some documents which include judicial opinions, and what does this document consist of? What do they write? So judges explain the reasoning behind their legal rulings. They explain why they took a particular stand, and in order to explain this, what do? They cite and discuss historical and contemporary philosophers. In order to explain their judicial opinions or their legal rulings, they mention the historical and contemporary philosophers. Let's read ahead. Legal scholar and philosopher Anita argues that while judges are naturally inclined to mention philosophers whose views align with their own positions. Now let's take a pause over here, which means something contradictory is going to come up. So what is this person saying? This person Anita is basically saying that it's natural that these judges, they mention the philosophers who are thinking in sync with what they are thinking. They're thinking something similar, right? To make their reasonings better, it's kind of natural that they're going to mention those philosophers who would agree with them, right? But something contradictory is going to come up after the comma. So let's read ahead. The strongest judicial opinions consider. Now we are talking about the strongest judicial opinions. Till now we were simply discussing general judicial opinions, but now this person Anita is saying something about the strongest judicial opinions. They consider and rebut potential objections. So the strongest judicial opinions wouldn't just talk about the philosophers who are thinking in a similar manner. They will also talk about the potential objections, right? So as per this, I understand that, to make a strong judicial opinion, they should consider the potential objections as well in the documents. Discussing philosophers whose views conflict with judges' view could therefore. So if they mention those philosophers whose views are in conflict with their views, what would happen to the documents? Like, what is going to be the end result of mentioning those philosophers who are not thinking similar, or probably who would have objections to the judicial rulings or the opinions that they have stated in the documents, right? So as per this person Anita, if you mention the potential objections, the documents are becoming better, they're becoming good, their opinions are coming across as good opinions, right? So in case they do mention those views, then I am guessing their documents or their judicial opinions would be better, right? This is what I'm guessing as of now, but again I'll have to go to the options and start eliminating there. A, allows judges to craft judicial opinions without needing to consult philosophical works. Now, this philosophical works, not consulting the philosophical works completely, is not being stated in the text. They're talking about what kind of opinions can they really put in the documents to make the judicial opinions look better, right? So this is out because not needing to consult the philosophical works is not the concern. The concern is what kind of philosophical works should be considered. Let's go to B now. Help judges improve the arguments they put forward in their judicial opinions. So this kind of is in sync with what I had pre-thought, right? It makes sense as well. So saying that, if you're including those potential objections, you're basically making the opinions better. That's what the choice B is also saying, that, it will improve their arguments that they put forward in their judicial opinions. So I already like this option. I'm going to eliminate the other options. C, make judicial opinions more comprehensible to readers without legal or philosophical training. So it's not about making these opinions comprehensible to readers, right? They did not mention anywhere in the text that how readers can comprehend the judicial opinions better, right? That's not the concern in the text. The concern in the text is about what kind of philosophical opinions or what kind of philosophical views will help make the judicial opinions better or stronger. Correct? So C is out. We are not discussing the comprehensive skills of the readers. Let's go to D. Bring judicial opinions in line with views that are broad. So if this option is basically saying that if you mention the conflicts or the potential objections in the judicial opinion documents, you will be bringing judicial opinions in line with views that are broadly held among philosophers. Now, I don't know if that conflict is broadly held among philosophers or not. Right? It can be that, there's quite a possibility that it wasn't held broadly among the philosophers. It was not a common opinion, right? So this is out because this has not been discussed. I don't know if it was held, if the opinion was shared commonly among philosophers. So this makes choice B a correct option, something that can definitely be made sense out of whatever is given to me in the text. So 100% true kind of a statement as per the information given to me in the text, and something that's not been explicitly mentioned as well.